Hi guys! Welcome to Knits and Stuff, episode 26. Today is Sunday, March 8th, and my name is Alicia. Today we'll be talking about works in progress and local delights. That's probably about it. Don't have any finished objects and no stash acquisitions, and Doctor Who's not back yet. So first, welcome to those of you that are new, and for those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. If you haven't already, there's a group on Ravelry that you can join. It's called the Knits and Stuff Podcast, and it will be linked to in the show notes, which are at knitsandstuff.wordpress.com. So let's get started. So like I said, I don't have any finished objects this week, but I do have a couple of works in progress. The first thing, which I haven't worked on in a while, are some socks, and these are going to be some knee-high socks. The pattern is, this just looks like a tube right now. The pattern is basic knee-high toe-up socks by Leslie from Single Stitch, and I incorporated the toe from toe-up socks with a difference, and I incorporated the heel from the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and this is where I was the last time that that I showed this. So I've knit a little bit. I've been working on it at lunch, so I've made some progress. It's my purse knitting. And I think the pattern also called for slightly less stitches, so I'm doing 64 stitches around. Well, at least I was, and now it's increasing as it gets up to the cap. So I still have quite a lot of yarn left in the first ball. This is out of Mustache Yarn Perfect Sock in the Sesame colorway, and Stacy from Mustache Yarn, she divides them into OCD skeins, and this one is unraveling now. So there's two skeins of equal weight and matching stripes, so when you knit them up you'll get matching stripes if you want to. So this is the other skein, which is slowly falling apart in my bag. But yeah, as you can see, I still have a lot of this one left, so working through that a little bit. Oh, and these are on US 1's 2.25 millimeters in Addy Turbo Sock Rockets. And we're back. My regular camera ran out of battery, and so I'm recording on my iPhone now. I have no idea what the quality is going to be like and what the sound is going to be like, but hopefully it'll be okay. And I kind of switched my view. We were facing this way before, but now we've moved because I don't have a stand for my phone either, so yeah, I need it to get some sort of tripod if I'm going to keep using this, although I think I want to stick with the camera, but it takes so long for the battery to charge that I figured I might as well just use this for now, see what happens. So yeah, so I talked about my socks, and so my next work in progress is over here right next to my phone. It's the Winter Sea Shawl by Liz Abenante, and that's what it looks like so far. So I think with my phone it's going to do a little weird color correction and stuff as I move things around, but it should also autofocus, so that's kind of nifty. So this is the Winter Sea Shawl, and it is out of A Verb for Keeping Warm in Clover in the colorway Beach Glass, and I'm knitting it on US 6's 4.0 millimeters, that in my Addy Natura clicks, the bamboo, I think they're bamboo needles, and yeah, I have two skeins of the Clover, so I'm just gonna knit until I'm done. Oh, I still have a lot. This is still the first one, so I still have quite a lot left. And it's more gray than pink. I think it's kind of, yeah, that's more color accurate. So that is the second works in progress. So I'm trucking along on this. I really like the way this feels. I think I don't normally knit with kind of like a worse woolen spun yarn, but I think this is more woolen spun, so it's kind of like squishier, like fluffier. It's not as soft or smooth as worsted spun, but yeah, I like it. It's really nice and squishy, and it'll probably be pretty warm. So yeah, that is second works in progress. And then I started a new shawl. Oh. And this is a Hitchhiker. You can see the little points. So this is a Hitchhiker by Martina Bem. It is knit in Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the color First Dibs, and this is how big. It's like almost as big as my head. It's a worsted weight yarn, and the pattern actually calls for fingering weight, I think, but a lot of people have knitted out of worsted weight and you get a much bigger shawl out of it. So yeah, so I decided to do that, and I'm knitting it on US 7s 4.5 millimeters, and these are my Crystal Palace bamboo needles, which I noticed that I like a little bit more, I think, than the Addies sometimes, because they have a slightly sharper tip, just a little bit sharper. So I started this on US 8s in the Addie clicks, and I wasn't liking the gauge that it was coming out at, and the Addie, since they weren't as sharp, they kept splitting the yarn, so it was hard to do the knit front and back on the increases. So yeah, so I switched over to some 7s and got the Crystal Palace ones. So that is how far I've gotten, and this is actually, so the colorway looks a lot different in the skein than it does wound up, but it's actually turning out to look kind of camouflage, and so that's kind of neat, because it's the light areas are supposed to be like a purple, but they're more, I don't know, it's more camo now, which is kind of neat. So yeah, so that is all of my works in progress, and yeah, no pretty things this week, no more stash acquisitions, but I am wearing my my Age of Brass and Steam shawl that I made out of Madeline Tosh, and so yeah, that's finished. And I actually, so instead of blocking this, like formally blocking it and soaking it and then stretching it out and letting it dry, I actually just took an iron to it and kind of steamed it a little bit, which is appropriate because it's the Age of Brass and Steam. Anyway, so, and it seemed to work pretty well because this is superwash yarn too, so I wasn't worried too much about felting or anything. But yeah, it actually worked pretty well. And the place that we're at now, it kind of takes a long time for things to dry if I'm air drying them, so I wanted to avoid that, because I think if I had soaked like a wool sweat, like especially a sweater or something, and let it dry, then it would take a really long time for it to dry unless I put a heater on it. So yeah, so that is all my works in progress. Hopefully I'll have something finished soon. I kind of put a hold on all my socks that I've been working on, but yeah, hopefully I'll make some more progress on those and have something in a couple weeks that's more exciting. I guess I cast on something new, so that's exciting. And I kind of wanted to cast on like a bunch of more things with all the stuff that I bought from Stitches, but I restrained myself from doing that. So yeah, that is all of the knitting, and that means we're moving on to local delights. So this past Thursday, my friend Miriam and I went to a small book talk by the ladies that made a book. They self-published a book called This is Oakland, and it's this book that tells you all about places to eat, drink, and visit and play in Oakland, and it's a lot of places that you have heard about, and then there's some that you haven't. Like there's the Oakland Museum and the Paramount Theater, but there's also like the small shops around that you might have not heard of, or like a coffee shop that we just happened to visit on the way to the book talk. But it's, I mean, talk about local delights. It's a book full of local delights. So Miriam bought the book, so I'm gonna have to steal it from her and take a look at it. But some of the places I've been to, the place that they held the book talk at was called Rare Bird, and they're this cute shop that sells clothes and accessories, some little stationery things. And they're all from local artists, and they really support, you know, local independent designers and makers and all of that. So the store was really cute. And then the book talk, they actually talked a lot about how their self-publishing process, which wasn't completely applicable to what Miriam and I were interested in, but we kind of just wanted to check out the book and thought it was a good opportunity to meet the people that wrote it. So yeah, they were really nice, and I will put a link to the book in the show notes and the store that we went to. And the store is also in the Piedmont area of Oakland, and I guess I don't go down there often enough because I didn't realize how many cute stores are along, and restaurants are along Piedmont. So it's this really nice area if you're ever looking for a place to eat or just kind of walk around. There's all these shops along Piedmont Avenue, and then we went to a coffee shop there too called Timeless Cafe, and we went to Slicer Pizza, which was just kind of like pizza by the slice, and they have different seasonal flavors and everything. A little bit on the pricier side for a slice of pizza, but I thought it was still really good. And yeah, I think that was all we went to in Piedmont, but it was really good, and I'll put a link to everything in the show notes. And I think that's it, because there's no Doctor Who yet. I'm like waiting for it to come back, although there are a lot of shows coming back soon now, like Game of Thrones is starting back up. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this time. I feel like this went kind of fast now that, because I'm on my phone, so I'm trying not to, I don't know, take up too much time. I don't know how much storage my phone has too, so we'll see how this works. But yeah, that is it, and I should be able to record in 2 weeks, so I will see you guys then, and until then, happy knitting, crafting, all of that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!